What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm riding solo today, and that's because I'm bringing you guys along with me to an open house at Waubesa Shores. This is a brand new condo project, and it's really an awesome property. I'm really excited to show you guys around and then hopefully give you some tips on how to be successful at an open house. So we'll see you in the video. Today we're out here at Waubesa Shores. We are in Unit 101. Hopefully have a bunch of buyers come through today. It's not the nicest weather, so we'll see what happens there. But today I'm going to walk you through a couple things that you're going to want to do when you are having an open house to help it run a little bit smoother. And then some of the questions or some of the conversations that you want to be having with the people coming through to try and find your next clients. The first piece of advice I have for you when doing an open house is to try and be as active as possible. They say that emotions are energy in motion, so put some good energy out there and hopefully you'll get some positive emotion back from the clients coming through your open house. I really don't like to sit down during an open house. I think that kind of encourages me to take the back seat and kind of just let people roam through the property. What I really like to do is stand up, talk with the people, and engage as much as possible. So that doesn't have to be grilling them about questions like, hey, when are you going to buy? Do you have an agent? Things like that. That can really be a big turnoff to buyers, and they're going to want to get out of your open house a little faster than they walked in. So what I try to do is just try to connect in any way possible. Ask them, if they're from the area, if they have any kids, what their school is like, things like that. Really make it easy to make a connection with clients and really start building some rapport with them. And then as you're walking through the house with them, then you can showcase your knowledge of what the property's specific features are so that they can know that you're a really good realtor. All right, so let me break down for you guys how this open house is working here today. So my broker, Shelly Sprinkman, this is her listing, and she didn't have anyone having an open house, and so I jumped on it and I said, hey, can I host an open house at Waubesa Shores 101 this weekend? She was like, absolutely, bring me a buyer, that would be awesome. So why would I want to take an open house like that? It's really a big opportunity for me to try to capitalize on buyers walking in through the door. And it may not have to be specifically for this property. So these people could be looking for, a home, a different condo in the area, but they don't have a realtor yet. So this is a great place where, as an agent, you can try and pick up some buyers. Okay, so now you guys know how I got to host this open house. So now it's time for another little piece of information. And that's going to be knowing this like the back of your hand. So that is the listing sheet, and it has all of the features for the property that you're going to be hosting an open house at. This is really great because it gives you literally the information that people are going to be asking about. And if you know it, you're going to seem very knowledgeable. People are going to appreciate that greatly. So when people are asking, just firing off questions like, what year was the property built? Who was the builder? Are there parking spots available? What's the condo fee? Etc., etc. You know that stuff, and you can be able to respond really quickly. That's going to show that you're A, really professional, and B, really good at your job, which is going to make a difference when it comes to you getting clients. Just another point about open houses, they can be really frustrating when people aren't coming through the door like that. Sometimes, you'll be out there sitting for 2.5 hours, and then in the last 15 minutes, someone does come by. Last week, I had a couple people come by so I had open house 1 to 3, and these people came by at 3, 3:15, and then 3:20 is when people stopped in. Had I closed the door and been out there right away, I would have missed out on 3 potential buyers. Now none of them did convert actually, but it was good to just get in front of them, and had I packed up, I would have completely missed that opportunity. So I really do like to come early. I like to try to be 15-20 minutes early to be able to set up, familiarize with the property. But then I always make sure to stay late after in case there are any stragglers coming in after, because they could be that next client and I'm not going to miss out on that opportunity because of 15 minutes on a Sunday afternoon. So how do people find out about your open house? Well, a listing publishing goes out on the MLS, the multiple listing service, saying that this property has an open house. So for those agents that are working with buyers looking for a property of your type, they'll get a notification that shows them that, hey, this property is having an open house, like maybe we should go check it out. Another thing we like to do at the LeGrand group that not many agents and many teams do is we like to post them on all social media. So that way our network and our sphere of influence can know that, hey, so-and-so is having an open house. I know, let's say Tom and Greg, and they're looking for a property just like that. I'm gonna let Tom and Greg know that they're having an open house so they can go check it out, low stress, and just see if they like the property. So this is a great thing, and we get a ton of buyers through our properties because we do that, and that's something that differentiates us at the LeGrand group. there can be a lot of time to kill at your open houses. Sometimes when people just aren't coming through, sometimes there's those days where you don't get a single person walking through the property, and that's okay. I really try to come prepared when bring things to do. I always like to bring something to learn. So I'll either have a book with me, a podcast downloaded, so I cannot be just sitting there doing nothing, just kind of wasting my day. I'm really trying to maximize that time by learning something. And another great thing that you can do is study that listing sheet. Maybe if you came a little late to the property or you weren't as prepared beforehand, you could really spend some of your time studying that, and that way you can learn all of the features of the property really quickly, so then when that person does come through, you're ready to go and answer their questions. All right, it's 1 hour in, nobody stopped by yet, but that's okay, we're keeping the energy up. It's kind of nice here actually that I have to go down the hall and check to see if any people are coming in the building, try to help bring them down to this unit. So that does help me stay active, which is that first tip that I gave you guys. It really helps me keep my energy up and just trying to stay as positive as possible. And a quick little update for you guys. We are starting to build a studio. So this is gonna be awesome. That's where we're gonna do most of our videos. It's gonna be really great to be conversational. We're gonna get some really nice microphones, some really good studio lighting, really make it an awesome pad. And we are also looking at upgrading a camera too. So that's just gonna boost the quality for you guys. And so we think that can really add a lot of value to this channel. So stay tuned on that, and we'll keep you updated as we go and maybe show you what it's like us putting together this studio, and then obviously show you guys the final product. Case in point, open house right there. I was starting to get a little frustrated because it was about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes in, and nobody had been through yet. But then I get two really motivated buyers who stopped by who absolutely love this property, got their contact information, and hopefully they're really interested and they want to put an offer in. So that just goes to show you, you got to try to stay as positive as possible throughout this open house process, because it can be frustrating. But if I was just with them and I was, upset, quickly going through the information, not really paying too much attention to what their needs are, I probably would have missed out on them. But really just try to keep an open mind, be friendly, and glad that some people finally came through, which was awesome. All right, and that's a wrap on today's video. Thank you guys for checking back in. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Really appreciate the support. We're really trying to bring you the best content that we possibly can. And then obviously feeling some love from you guys with that subscribe and that like button really makes us appreciate it, and really makes us feel like we're putting good stuff out there. So appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one, all right? Peace.